Hi everyone, back again with this colour and chat of painting. So I've done the yellow flower, which was the last thing that we did. I'm just wondering what colour to do a dress. We've got blue, we've got red, we've got green, we've got yellow, we've got purple, we've got lots of colours. I quite like this green here, so I'm going to do some of this green, which is a sort of, it's a jadey green. You'll see anyway. I'm just mixing some of this up, so we've got enough there in our palette and a bit more water to it, so water it down a little bit. Right, here we go again. Right, we've got to work out now what's her hair and what's dress. Her hair goes there and her hair goes down to there. That bit there, I think it's dress. There, it's got a nice colour actually, this one. Nice sort of jade green. Here comes my dog. She has to follow me absolutely everywhere. She gets really upset if I go out and leave her. But when I come back, oh my god, the noises she makes. She sounds like Chewbacca, literally. The noises she makes because she's so happy to see me. So bless her. She is a cutie. Right, so this bit is dress here. Yeah, it's quite a nice colour, this sort of jadey green. Seems we've got a lot of green going on anyway with leaves and things. It's not too far up. Lily, what are you doing? Oh, she's gone on top of the dresser. So yeah, I thought this green would not be too far. It's not adding another colour as such, because we've already got a lot of the green going on anyway. So it's not really, taking it away. That looks like dress. So in there is dress. I'm trying to be really careful around these bits here. Let's see if I can manage this. I can control this brush a lot better than I can just a normal brush. Don't ask me what the normal brush is, I don't know. It's one I've had a long time. I used to do cake decorating, and I used to design patterns, or not patterns, design cupcake tops, should I say, with fondant icing and things, and I used to have to paint with edible paint. So that's just a brush really that I had over from that, and I can't seem to control it very well in these books. This water brush is brilliant. It's a lot better than doing it with the normal brush. It's a lot easier with this water brush, I must say. These water brushes are brilliant. And this Faber-Castell one, I love it. I have got a set of 3 Derwent ones as well, but I must say they're okay, but I find I can't get the water out of them very easily. I find I have to stop and squeeze it into like a cloth or something, or kitchen towel, before I do that, because the water doesn't come out very well, so I have to stop and do it in there and then do it in my paints. But this one's really easy. It just seems to flow the right consistency when you need it. I don't need to keep stopping and giving it a squeeze like I did my other ones. So yeah, I'm loving this. So I think it was May, I think, that's got one of these, and she uses it quite a bit. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, Susie. Brilliant brush. And these books are lovely. There's not any in here that I wouldn't colour. These books are really, really nice. And you can tear them out as well. So just trying to hold this down a bit. You'll have to excuse my horrible nail varnish. I was just experimenting with a couple of colours there, and it's been on for about a week now, so I really must change it. But when you're in a flare up, it's not the thing that you think of. Not that I could do it anyway. I suppose my husband could, but he never. I don't usually let him do things like that. He did offer to cut my toenails for me once, and oh my god, he cut them so short, they were ridiculous. So now I would rather do my own nail varnish and things. Don't really trust anyone else to do them. Yeah, I've gone over it. See, I'm not a painter. I'm not very good at not going over. Well, however hard I try, I go over. Painting is not a very easy thing to do. So I think I might have to change the colour of that yellow, because it's not going to be a yellow flower. By the time I've finished with it, it's going to be like a green flower. So we'll see anyway. I was doing so well up to that point. Never mind. Never mind. Sure, I can sort it out somehow. I'm just not very good at controlling a brush, especially really smaller areas. Yeah, everyone's out of the kitchen now, so that's good. Say, it's like I've been waiting on all morning for Zach to get out of the kitchen, and then he gets out of the kitchen, and then my husband wants to get something to eat, so he comes through, and he knows I'm painting, but he decided what he wanted to eat. He had to use the oven, which is the other side of me. So there we go. Right, I'm going to try to wipe a bit off. I'm going to try and do these things on their arms if I can. Oh, I'm doing them. Don't speak too soon. So I usually do say, yeah, I've done it, and oh no, I haven't. Oh, that didn't go too bad. And she's not got one on that one. She's got a, yeah, she's got a sort of. Right, let's try now. Now the rest of it is all dry. So, don't quite know how we're going to darken the leaves. Maybe if I had these two greens together, maybe. If I had them together, maybe? I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try adding some of that green in with this green. See if we can make a sort of darker green than what we've already got, just for a bit of shadow maybe. This will be fun. Right, so that's a jade green and the other green. Let's try down here. A bit more, didn't go too bad. That's a little bit of shade. Yeah, that won't be too bad, I don't think. Just a tiny bit there. Too much water. I'm just going to add a little bit at the bottom of each leaf. Just for a tiny bit of shading on it. Not sure about the branches, not sure. That's not too bad. I love this brush though, there's so much control. I'm sure my Derwent brushes aren't as controlled as this. I'm sure they're not. I'm sure this is a lot easier to control than the others, which is really, really good. So I think I've had these in my, shaking there, like, so I've had these in my, I'd had these in my basket for a little while, and I kept thinking, and then there was always, I'd buy them and then something else always come up, as it does, and they got sort of put back lower in the list and sort of forgot about them, as they do. So yeah, I was very pleased to get these. That's not too bad. Seems I'm not a painter, that's not too bad at all. I'm quite liking that. There's a bit of, just a little bit of contrast to the colour that's already down there. I'm not sure about the stalks, because I'd rather not do the whole lot of the stalks, but then I'll just do a line, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I think it will just sort of come out that I've, you know, done most of it. I think it will just be all of it, otherwise I don't want to go over the whole lot of it again. But I would like to do something with them. I'm sort of learning, so there's going to be a sort of shade there. And there's going to be a shade there. I'm thinking about the shading bits now, which is something I usually do think about, shading. It makes an awful lot of difference to a picture. I mean, if you colour a picture just straight colouring like what this is here, you know, that's so easy to do, but you add just a small amount of detail, whether it be shading or whatever you've done, and it makes such a big difference. It's like it's, as I say, it's all in the detail, and that is so right. I can see the wings sparkling away there, so I'm really pleased with that. That does work, the iridescent stuff. It definitely looks like Wink Stella. So I'm so pleased that these are working out. Just a little bit of shade just makes all the difference. See, there will be some shade in there because of that flower anyway. And these bits here obviously as well. Probably not too much, but it doesn't matter. So long as it's there, that's the main thing. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to, I don't know, this bit I might be able to do a line. It might be thick enough. that I can just do a fine line down there. Maybe, maybe. Oh, that's sort of not really what I wanted, but it's better than nothing. Definitely better than nothing. I can, if I'm really, really careful, add a line down there. Right, we need a bit more paint. Let's try it on this bit here. Oh, I can do. I can add a line down there. And I'm shading bits first. But the thin bits, I don't know whether the thin bits would actually be thick enough for me to actually just do a line on them. Maybe if I just put a little bit at the top, maybe. Just a little bit on the tops, make a little bit of difference to them. I'm sorry if I'm going a bit quiet. I do that when I'm concentrating. I do tend to go a little bit quiet when I'm concentrating on something. And Drop Dead Fred keeps poking his nose in and making me jog somewhere else where I don't want to be. There you go, look, that's the Drop Dead Fred syndrome. That's what that is. And if any of you don't know what that is, if you've seen the film Drop Dead Fred, it's quite an old film with Aid Edmondson, who's not around any longer. Really funny film. He plays sort of like how would I say it, a mischievous ghost. And there's only the little girl that can see him, and he'll take stuff out of the fridge and throw it all over the floor, and the mother turns around, and because all she sees is a little girl, she can't see Fred. So yeah, and he does things invisibly, and whenever I get a spasm or whatever, which I get these spasms and they'll just shoot across the page or wherever, sometimes I get the spasms, and I just call it the Drop Dead Fred syndrome. So if you hear me mention Drop Dead Fred, that's what I'm talking about. Talking about something that's made me sort of shoot off somewhere where I shouldn't be. So that's what that is. If you're wondering what on earth I'm talking about, and it is quite funny. But yeah, he does pop his head up quite a lot. With me, he will find that, he will notice that. I'll try to do a line along here. He will notice that he does pop his head up quite a bit in my videos, and I get things done eventually, and things get finished, and you know, they're covered up, like I've gone over quite a lot, and got on several bits, but I'm not going to let that worry me. They can be covered up, we can do a background of some sort, and we can cover them up somehow. There's another flower up there, maybe I'll do that yellow. Have we done all the green? No, we haven't, have we? Let's see if we can do some bits here. There's a line there. And they're darker anyway, so they're darker. That's darker, darker. Right, yeah. Get all these green bits of shading done, and then we can move on to some other bits. Yeah, good. This is very good. I'm liking this. Very different to my usual pencils. Very, very different. But I'm enjoying it, enjoying the process. I enjoy using my ink tints as well. So, I mean, this is completely different to ink tints, because ink tints is easy because you just basically add it to, you know, pencil on the paper and then just wet it with your brush basically. So it sort of stays where you put it with you know, the pencil. So that's pretty easy to work with. We didn't do that bit, did we? There's a bit more on the bottom there that I haven't done. Can't really shade if I haven't done it already, can I? No. Let's get some more of that green. A bit more of the green. And then we can finish that bit. Just got to put in, and it would be darker there anyway, but no, it's not coming out as light. It's coming out as shading because it's still on my brush. Oh well. So we'll go around here, around the flower, because that would be shaded. Go up the middle here like this. Go along that bit, and along that bit, put a shadow there. And then I think I might try and do some of the lines on this side maybe. See what we can do. There we go. A bit more there, a bit of shading there, a bit of shading there, and I'm just gonna do the tip of this. There we go. Oh, yeah. Have we done all the green bits? We've done. I know there's lots more green bits to do, but I didn't want to just do a video on green bits last time. We did get quite a lot done though. There's another flower there, and there's quite a few sort of flowers. I think the yellow was quite good. So I'm going to wash my brush off and see if I can get some more yellow. Make sure my brush is washed off. Now what yellow did we use? I think we used this yellow out of the neutral set, I think. Yeah, I'm sure we did. I don't think I put it into a palette. So let's make a palette of yellow. See what we can do yellow. A bit more water. I think I've still got some green on my brush. So it's mixing in with the yellow, okay. And that's a very different colour, yellow. It's got some green in it now. Oh well, let's see what we can do. See if we can try not to go over too much this time. See what we can do. Yeah, there's a lot of these sort of overlap. And flowers don't have to be one colour even. I could actually try and shade with a different colour. Making them like a two-tone flower, which I might do because this is very magical and fairy-like, and she's got glittery wings. Probably can't see the glitter when I've done. I will hold up and so you can see. Well, that came out yellow, so what else shall we do yellow? Several flowers on here to pick from. We'll do this little one here, yellow in the on the outside. I mean, they can be any colour you want them to be, you know, on the inside. So like these, I could do, I don't know, red over the top, which red and blue makes purple, so it could be a sort of purpley. I think it's red and blue that makes purple. Oh, my brain has just gone. Right, we'll have a yellow here on her palette because she's painting. So let's wash my brush off and see what other colour we can do. Right, we have some red here, so I'm going to pick up a bit more of the red, and I'm going to do red next to this one on this palette here. There's a red on there. We could have other red flowers. I'm not sure if these are leaves or flowers, but they've got like a little bud thing, so they're going to be flowers now. I don't care what they are, they're going to be flowers. My book, do it my way and do how I think. That's what we always tell people. It's your book, it can be whatever you want it to be. So they are now red flowers. Right, is there any more similar to them? I don't think so. There's some hearts, so really they ought to be red, don't they? There's two at the top here, which are, there's sort of one inside the other, and they're like sort of flowers. Well, they're on stalks like flowers, although they're not flowers, they're hearts. They're like a heart flower. So I think we should do both of these red, and then we can go in later on and do the middle darker or something, or the outside darker, or whatever we fancy doing at the time. We'll see. We'll see. Well, that's them ones. There's some more around the side here, which will do these. I think we'll do all the hearts red. Definitely. So, how have you all been? I hope you've all been well and not been suffering like me. I know this strange weather in this over here in UK anyway, it's been very sort of chilly and really windy one day. Today is quite warm and sunny. I don't think it's warm, but it's very sunny, bright blue skies, which is lovely to see. It's sort of like a spring day really today. So it's very complicated weather, and I think with arthritis, knowing how it is, and you know, with people and how it affects me, the weather really I think plays a big part, because I mean, I think my body's sort of saying, well, it's winter, you should be in pain, because I'm always in more pain in winter than I am normally. And I think with the weather as it is, your body doesn't know what it's doing. It's cold one day outside, although I'm not outside, I'm inside. Your body doesn't understand what the hell's going on, you know. And because of if it's cold outside, it's obviously cold inside as well, so we have to have the heater on. And then another day when it's sunny, we don't have to have the heater on. And I think my body has just said, what on earth are you playing at? You know, what is going on? One minute it's warm and it seems to remember the cold, and then when it's warm, it's too late. You've had the flare up from the cold weather, and it just, your poor body just doesn't know what on earth's going on, you know. So yeah, I think my body was a bit confused this last week. It didn't really know what it was doing. I know I had to go out, I can't remember where I had to go, doctors maybe, one day and it was really, really cold and really, really mega windy. Um, really bad winds. Um, and I wasn't too bad then, but I think my body was saying, oh, it's cold and windy, you know, you always hurt more when it's cold and windy. Um, so that's what it was, and even though it warmed up after that, it it didn't forget, you know. It was like, oh, it's cold, but in the summer, I mean, I'm still in pain in the summer. I still have pain in the summer, um, but it's never as bad as it is in the winter. You know, I can do, well, not more things, but I can do, you know, do things without having to worry too much about the pain. You know, I mean, the pain is there all the time, but you know, it's different. So, right, have we done all the hearts? I think so. I think we have. So we'll go in with some darker after that. What was I doing before? Yellow, weren't I? Right, I've got to see where else I can do a bit more yellow. Because I really think we should do some more yellow somewhere. And we'll do this little one because we've done them on the other side the same. Just so they're both exactly the same. There we go, that's that one. There's quite a lot of them actually. Looking at it, there's quite a few of them. We'll do them all yellow. Because it seems a shame to have not, you know, not so much yellow. I need to sort of do them all the same, really. And make it sort of the colours a bit equal. So we've got equal amount on the page. Be quite nice. Here we go. I don't know what colour I'm going to do her hair yet. Maybe brown or something. That'll cover up a few mistakes anyway. If nothing else. There's some down here we can do. We're still in frame. Nearly push up a little bit. There you go. That's a bit better. I hope it's running. Yeah, it is. What are we at? 32 minutes. Okay. Right, so that means I will cut you off in a minute and say goodbye for that one. And then I'll come straight back with another one. Because we've got lots more to do. And I would like to do as much as I can today on this. While my body is letting me do it, I would rather get on and do as much as I can. So that sounds like a plan, guys. So we'll do that in a minute. We'll say goodbye in a minute and then we'll come straight back. Although this isn't a colour along, it's a colour and chat really. But if you are colouring along, that's great. I mean, you don't have to use the same colours as me. You can use, you know, any colour you like really. So there we go. Right, have we done all them little flowers? I think we have, haven't we? I think so. Yep, that's great. And when we come back, I think I might try something. I might try putting blue on the red and red on the blue, and I think that makes purple. I'm not sure. I think it does. But if not, we'll end up with mud. We'll see. We will see. So clean off my brush. With 34 minutes we're on. Right, clean that off properly. First, and we want red, don't we? Let's get some more red. What red did I use? That one, didn't I? I think. Yep, let's get some more red on there. There we go. Right, so we've got some lines in there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to Hopefully not. But there you go. Put a little bit of red on the end of her brush actually, as if she is painting red onto these flowers. So let's have a look. See, this isn't as easy as it looks, you know. I'm not doing very well there. Not as easy as it looks at all. Painting these fine details are not good. Not good, not good. Right, we'll darken up that red there. Because we did do red in there, didn't we? So darken that one up. And we'll try and go over these a little bit. If we can. But they are flowers, so they are not perfect. And I'm going to do the sides of these red. Just to be different. I mean, they don't have to be realistic or anything like that. Not at all. They can be whatever you want them to be. And I'm going to just do, there's some lines here. I'm just going to do the insides of that down to the lines, or over the lines should I say, because that's where a sort of bit of detail is. So I'm going to copy that and go over the lines like that, and the same this side. There we go. And there's some lines on here which I'm going to do, these lines here. Let's see. Like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Right, I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will come back in a minute and we'll carry on where we left off. See you later guys, bye.